Okay, so it's good afternoon, and it's creative counselor Dr. Murrell coming to you again with another story time. But this one is really important because as we prepare for summer, I want to make sure that you guys stay safe. So, the story that I'm about to read is all about summer safety because summer is fun. You do cool things in the summer, you get to get out a little bit more, and hopefully, we get to do some of that even though we have all this chaos going on in our world right now. But once you get out there with that mask on and those gloves, possibly, make sure that you remember some of the things that we learned in this story. So, again, it's all about summer safety, and Scoop is the name of the book, and it's by my favorite author, Julia Cook. I was outside playing with Zippy, my new baby rabbit, when I heard my mama calling. And just like most kids, your mama calling, you get to moving. I carefully set Zippy down in a cardboard box and ran inside the house to see what she wanted. Mama made me sit down in the talk to chair. Uh-oh. Mama always had a lot to say, but when we had to sit in the sit down chair, what she's about to say is very important. Mama said it's time for me to tell you and help you learn all about the scooper safety rules. I hope y'all are listening and learning these rules too. People come in all shapes and sizes, said Mama. Some are large, some are scrawny. Some are tall, some are short. Some people dress up in nice clothes and others in ratty clothes. Some have big hair, some have no hair, and some have crazy hair. But it all just comes out just fine. See all the kinds of people? Hope you can see them all. All right. Our world is full of safe people. It really is full of safe people that you can go to if you need help, said Mama. What does a safe person look like? I asked. A safe person can be a mama with children, a police officer, a firefighter, a teacher, or a clerk working in a store, she said. Most people are nice and kind, said Mama, but there are some people who are scoopers. A scooper is a person who scoops you up and takes you away from your family and tries to hurt you. A scooper can be a person that you know or a person that you never met before, she said. Look at that. Yeah, we got a lot of nice people in the world, but then there are scoopers, and we've got to be able to figure out who they are. How can I tell? I asked Mama. How do I know if a person is a scooper? Well, you can't tell by looking at the outside, said Mama. So you must always be very careful. You have to be smart and confident and learn to trust your instincts. Big word. Trust my what? I asked. Your instincts, said Mama. You know, the uh-oh voice that you get inside your head sometimes that tells you things just aren't right. That uh-oh feeling. Sometimes you get it in your head. Sometimes you get it in your tummy. You just feel really weird. Like, uh-oh, this doesn't feel very safe. Yesterday, my neighbor, Mrs. Brigman, came to pick me up after school. My mama hadn't told me that this was going to happen. I would not leave with Miss Brigman. I turned around and went back inside the office, and I used my call list. You should never go with anyone unless you check them out with someone on your call list, said Mama. A call list is a list of people that I can call to make sure that I'm making the right choice. My call list has 3 people on it and 3 phone numbers. My mama, my grandma, and my Uncle James. If a person ever asks me or tells me to go with them, if I don't know, I call someone on my call list. First I call my mama, no answer. Then I tried my grandma, and she answered and said it was fine for me to ride home with Mrs. Brigman. So I hope you're listening. Find out what your call list is. Ask your mommy and daddy. Get you a call list to know the few people who are supposed to make sure they know where you're going. That night, I told my mama what happened after school. I was so proud of you for using your call list, said Mama. Checking first is always the right thing to do. I think you were being a big fraidy cat, said my brother. Besides, you're too much of a brat to get scooped up by a scooper. You can never be too careful, Mama said. Even brats get scooped up. Yeah, that's big brothers for you. All right, if a grown-up that you don't know very well tries to talk to you and you are alone, you should not talk back to them. You should ignore them and walk away, said Mama. Grown-ups shouldn't talk to kids that they don't know. See that? In the grocery store, some stranger talking. Get away. It's a little weird. A scooper they may pretend to need your help, said Mama. He might knock on the front door and say something like, hey, my car just broke down and my cell phone isn't working. Can you let me in your house so that I can use your phone? No, no, no. Never, never, never. It's not okay. And always let an adult answer the door anyway. That's right, said Mama. If a person really needs help, he can go to another house and talk to a grown-up. How can I tell if I know a grown-up well enough to talk to them? You can always talk to safe people, said Mama. But if you aren't sure, use the dinner guide. Would I invite that person you're talking to over for dinner? If not, ignore what they're saying and walk away. Yeah. You know, if Mama brings them over for dinner, they're safe people because she wouldn't bring just anybody in the house. A scooper needs your attention and may try to trick you just to get close to you. Like, hey, I have a new puppy. Isn't he cute? And then when you kneel down to pet the puppy, scoop you up and take you away from your family. No one can ever scoop you if they can't reach you, Mama said. Always remember, voice. Ignore what the person says and get them out of your personal space. See that? That's probably in the park, which we'll probably go do a lot of in the summer, going to the park. Just make sure we're staying safe. Personal space is so important, said Mama. Always keep your safe distance. Keep that personal space bubble. We talked about that before. No one can scoop you if they can't reach you. See that personal space bubble? It's pretty big. All right, my mama never lets me play in the park by myself. I always have to pair up with somebody. Usually I go with Myron. That's her big brother. He's as strong as an ox. And really, you shouldn't go anywhere by yourself either. Should always be a partner. A scooper would have a tough time scooping me up with Myron. When Mama tries to pick him up, she's nailed to the floor. Myron's very smart and he has a great voice. So, he knows his scooper safety rules and I hope you're learning yours. I wish all the scoopers out there in the world would wear name tags so that I could tell who they were. That would only happen in a perfect world, said Mama. But if you stick to the 5 important scooper safety rules, you'll always be safe from scooping. Okay? No one's walking around with a sign, but there are some unsafe people in the world. Here are the rules to remember. 1, be safe and confident and trust your instincts. Remember that feeling. Number 2, never go with anyone without checking them out on the call list first. 3, 0 talking to grown-ups that you don't know, especially when you are alone. 4, keep people out of your personal space. Always keep a safe distance. And 5, never go places without a friend. Pair up so that you are not alone. This way, you can always remember. So that's why we call it Scoop. We got S for smart, C for call list, 0, O for 0 talking, O for keep people out of your personal space, and P for pair up. Never go any place by yourself. So always remember that Scoop rules: smart, call list, 0 talking, out, and pair up. Mama smiled at me and gave me a big old hug, telling me, I love you so much. Now, that's a great book, great information, and I hope you were listening. Don't forget your 5. Don't forget your Scoop rules. Stay safe and have an amazing, amazing summer.